A win! Bloody hell, I forgot what that felt like. Hi everyone, this is obviously Joe. I'm from TurfCast. I don't normally do the fan reaction, or should I say I don't normally appear on the fan reaction because it's for the fans, and obviously I have a platform of TurfCast and stuff like that. But recently, obviously you'll be aware, none of us were able to do the watch along for the Crystal Palace game, which is obviously shitter because we obviously won. But I personally haven't been on a watch along for 2 or 3 games now. I think it's even 3 or 4. Because of working in the silly kickoff times, absolute killer. And you know what? It's not even just the silly kickoff times. I could probably book the day off because I'm self-employed. But when they changed the date of the kickoff so close to the actual kickoff, you can't book time off work, can you? So they're absolute killers. But yeah, going into the Crystal Palace game, that's brilliant. That's more like it. That's the Burnley we know and love in it. That's what we played like last season and the season before. And the season before that when we finished 7th. So apologies, I'm actually working now. But yeah, just going on to the game, like I said, that's a Burnley we know and love. Strong at the back, good in midfield, and taking the chances up front when we get them. Ben Mee was absolutely superb. We have missed him, haven't we? I think his performances recently have shown how much we actually do miss Ben when he's not in the side. I mean, we all knew he was a good defender, but I think it's fair to say that we are missing him quite a lot when he's not in the side. Or we did do. Now he's back, we're playing a lot better. That's 2 clean sheets that he's had since he's come back. So I love Tarky, don't get me wrong, but I think now people are starting to realise how good Ben actually is. Because not that most Burnley fans didn't know, but I think there are still a few people out there that say, "Oh, Tarky's the better of the 2 defenders," and that still might be the case. But I think Ben makes that defence tick. He's the captain after all. I think it's fair to say that without Ben, that defence is average at best. And with Ben, it's one of the best in the league. Nick Pope, fantastic. What a save that was at the end. He won us the points there with that save because, let's be fair, Benteke, he should have scored it. And I think in any other goalkeeper, he probably would have scored it. But Nick is so quick off the line. He makes his body so big, comes out, done it like that. Pope the Redeemer, we called him on TurfCast because he looks like the Christ the Redeemer statue, obviously, in Rio de Janeiro. But he was fantastic. He's won us the match. For me, Jay's the man of the match, though. Jay was absolutely fantastic. We've been saying it time and time again on the podcast, both myself and Simon, stop playing Ashley Barnes, get Jay Rodriguez in the side and play him up front with Chris Wood, because Chris Wood is the best finisher of the ball in our side and the best finisher we've had in the side for a long time. But yeah, them two together, they worked brilliantly. And I think that just showed, it just proved what we've been saying right. And a lot of fans have been saying right for the last few weeks with Barnes in the side. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Barnes there, but I think he has been rushed back from his hernia injury. But even then, I don't think he's as good as Jay anymore. I think Jay's the better of the two. Jay Rodriguez and Chris Wood up top every single time for me. I've been saying that for a long time. I think last night that was proved right. Who else was there? Honourable mention. Chris Wood. I know he gets a lot of stick, but again, I know I've just mentioned how good he works with Jay. We'll be saying that for a long time, but he gets a chance and he scores it. He missed a couple against West Brom. All right, there's one of them where you think he has to score it. But you only think that Chris Wood has to score that one against West Brom because Chris Wood normally buries them against West Brom. Ashley Barnes wouldn't have scored that one against West Brom. Vidra wouldn't have scored that one. All right, Vidra is a different sort of player, so Vidra would be making chances that Chris Wood wouldn't even get to. But yeah, brilliant. Made up for a win. It's about time we start playing Jay Rodriguez up front with Chris Wood because that's easily our best two. Brilliant to see Ben Mee back to his best and brilliant to see Pope back to his best as well because he made a mistake earlier in the season. I can't remember against it with Newcastle. But he was fantastic today. Jay Rodriguez, man of the match for me. Brilliant performance and it's just onwards and upwards from here, innit? Because that's it. We've got the win now. So I think we'll keep moving forward. Up the Clarets.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Where the hell did that come from? I wasn't expecting that performance at all. Missed the first 15 minutes again due to stupid kick-off time. But blown away. That's the Burnley we remember from end of last season. At it, 1-11, at it. Pushing football, wanting the ball. The passing, again, wow. I know Crystal Palace have been going well, but wow. What do you say? What do you say? J-Rod, massive difference. Just that little link-up play to set up Wood for his goal. Brilliant. It's what we've been asking for. Barnes can't do that. As much everybody loves Barnes. He's been a class player for us. He really has. But he can't do that. Where do we go? Where do we go? Our first win. Yeah, we've got City, we've got Arsenal, we've got Everton coming up. But play like that, the confidence was there. Everything was there. It was brilliant. Couple under caution. Wow, what a save by Pope near the end as well. Hurt himself doing it, but wow, what a save. Just absolute reflex. Pickford's not going to do that. Pickford's never going to do anything like that. Southgate, get your head out your arse. And as for Dash, Mr. Dash, thank you for listening. I know you won't admit it, that us fans help you make that decision, but thank you. Up the Clarets.
Fucking get in. What a win. Not a fantastic performance, but did what we needed to do. Defended phenomenal. Ben Mee and Tarky. How Southgate, that clown, can justify not giving him a chance at England setup is beyond me. Absolutely fantastic from the pair of them. Nick Pope, again, terrific save there at the end to make us hold on. Didn't create much chances. I mean, we hit the bar, Goodmanson hit the bar. I thought he played really well. Jay's just Jay. We just look a 10 times better side with Jay in it. Play the ball to feet. Create more, gets in them pockets that we need to open teams up. You know, a lot better option than what Barnes and Wood are. I thought Wood did all right, you know, alongside him, running on for the flick-ons and finding the gap in between the defenders. So, you know, not a fantastic performance, but overall, you know, solid, and we did what we needed to do. And finally got the win out the bottom three, and we onwards and upwards now. Tough one Saturday, City away, you know what I mean? But who knows? Football the way at minute is, we lock down results, some funny results are being thrown up. But we can be proud of what we've achieved tonight. Got that first win under the belt. Pressure off a little bit, and onwards and upwards we move on. Onto City on Saturday. Up the Clarets, get in there.
Wow. I don't know about you fellow Clarets, but I was nervous towards the end there. Commentator 10 minutes ago said this is going to be nervous for 10 minutes. Well, I'd already been shitting myself for 72 minutes. Been to many games like that. Normally we let one in towards the end of the game. Cricket field end, as usual. Pressure. And we usually crack, but good defence, good defensive performance. Ben Mee, of course. Nick Pope, fantastic world-class save towards the end, and pretty good performance all round, apart from his kicking, which is still a bit of an issue, certainly as far as good old Gareth's concerned. But that's the win we needed. We've played 5 or 6 good teams, I would say, this year. This was the game we needed to win, just to establish ourselves in, if you know what I mean, the lower half of the division. So it's onwards and upwards, and with J-Rod and Chris Wood up front, I think that seems to be the answer for now. And the midfield pretty much, hopefully, will pick itself as long as Johan gets a bit more match fit. Josh and Westy in midfield. In the central midfield seems to be the answer, and the defence is back to as we know it. Thought Daichi was quite humorous after the game. He expects that kind of performance from his men. Backs to the wall, bodies in the way of everything, and heading everything in sight. So let's hope we can get some confidence there, pick up a point at City. Who knows, they're not doing all that brilliantly. And then we'll get 3 points again the next week.